James. This is my Nissan 240SX 95. This one's actually my 5th 240SX. Saw it for sale ad in Texas, and met the guy in Houston and drove it back. Previously modified, the guy had a turbo on it when I originally bought it, and that's what sort of was appealing to me. It was a Southern car. Went and got it, and since then it's been a journey of throwing money at it and parts at it and making it look a little bit nicer. But it has pretty much everything outside of the block has been changed or altered in some way for the motor. Just a lot of parts off different Nissans, right? It's got like a 350Z transmission and a Q45 rear end and a 300ZX axle. So all those different parts, are all put together. Forged pistons, rods, has cams, Garrett turbo, and aftermarket intake manifold, and yeah, 1700cc injectors. When I bought the car, I didn't really have any intent on what kind of racing I was gonna do with it. I just had a bunch of 240s at the point and, liked that car. I started drag racing with it probably 4 years ago and pretty much got addicted to chasing that time on the slip, and the competitive side-by-side racing with somebody else is a lot of fun. So that sort of got me into drag racing, and it started with the number, right? Which is what you ran before, and we're always chasing to beat that every single time we go racing. This year especially, we just hit a new personal best with the car today, tweaking different things and changing things and trying to get that better number on the time slip. Go faster. That's always the goal. Just recently got the roll cage welded in on it to make sure that we are allowed to go faster. Keeping you busy, right? Keeping you focused on a goal and always chasing that goal. Gives you a great way to spend your time, is doing things that are focused on achieving that next level and keep going faster and faster. So, I mean, it's a great hobby. It's an expensive one, but it's what we do with our time. So the KA motor, pretty uncommon for going for high horsepower and stuff like that. You don't see a lot in drag applications, but I've bought probably 8 or 9 of these KAs over the years, and my average price is $300 for a motor that was running when it was pulled. And you can't really do that with very many other platforms. The availability was always really good, and that made it an easy choice to do this because you always have a spare or a quarter if something blows up, and you're ready to go. Garrett turbo, GTX 3076, put a smaller exhaust housing on it to get a little bit more response out of the turbo so you have better mid-range. Yeah, we did K20 coil packs on it from a Honda, since they hold up a lot better than the stock distributor system. Intake manifold to help with the airflow. K normally has a really torquey power band, and it's like really hits hard in the middle and then falls off at the end. So with the bigger intake manifold, and there's some mild porting on the head, the goal is to have the power band sort of go up higher, and it makes power all the way to red line, which with the cams and stuff is a little bit higher than stock. It was dyno tuned 504 to the wheels at 24 PSI. We've turned it up since then. We're just over 32 PSI of boost. 2 years ago, I switched transmissions. I'm on the 6-speed 350Z transmission now. The gearing is different with the 350Z transmission. So, learning that, a shorter gearing, you get more acceleration. So trying to figure out how to handle that, right? Changing like the launch control settings, and of course, working the left foot better with the clutch and launching better. So really focusing on, figuring out how everything best works with the setup that's currently on it, and then trying to get a better time.